Everybody, it's Ryan from Pie Records, and I'm here with everybody from Blackball
Black,
Bandits. How are you guys?
great.
Hey, good, thanks.
Hi, man.
Really good.
How's it going?
Very good.
I was excited when Frankie forwarded me to you guys because I really enjoy your music. I think it's super mellow, yet kind of aggressive, which I like. Um, let's start off by introducing yourselves and what instruments you play.
I'm Yannick. I'm the lead guitar and founder of the band.
I don't know what order you guys want to go in.
Go ahead, Richard.
I'll go next. Hey, Richard. So I'm a rhythm guitar.
I'm Rob. I play bass.
I'm Clark. I play drums.
Awesome. So I noticed the different varieties of surf or surf rock inspired songs on your releases. Do you want to talk about your influences a little bit?
Yeah. Maybe I can start with that.
Yeah.
So I came in the US in 2013. I'm from France originally, so I didn't play surf before that. And I played in a lot of rock metal bands there. And I got really interested in surf music when I moved here, because that's the birthplace of surf music in Orange County. And so I started to listen to surf and felt, okay, I'm gonna try to play in that style. And so the bands that really influenced me are more the modern surf bands, like Satan's Pilgrims, Messerschupps for the guitar sound. Then Lost Twang Marvels, also amazing band. And in the more traditional or like first wave of surf bands, Dick Dale, of course, the Astronauts, and the Fender 4. So
Very cool.
And I think we like all kind of surf music, all the subgenres of surf. So we didn't really decide on playing one style. So that's why we have so much diversity in the songs. We try to play a little bit of all of them, like more trad surf, more fast, spooky, Western style of songs too. So yeah, that's our thing. I think it's the diversity in the songs.
Yeah,
We kind of make it a point to cover every subgenre on the album. Sorry, balance it out with about 2 to 3 for each subgenre.
It's
pretty
pretty
fun
cool.
to mix it up,
Yep.
and that's what we enjoy.
Yeah, totally. I totally got that when I was listening to you guys, and I love the themes of the artwork too. Do you want to talk about how your artwork relates to the music?
That's Clark.
That's on
I
you,
can do
Clark.
that. Yeah. So one of the things that's been really fun for me with this band is that I love the opportunity to do different art stuff. I love graphic design. So I don't know. I mean, as a band, we discuss what we want the project to be called, and then I'll typically come up with 2 or 3 concepts and throw them at the wall, and whatever sticks is how that goes. So I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, for instance, our new album that we've got coming up here really soon is called The Cursed Island, and or The Cursed Island. We like saying cursed because it reminds me of, but the Cursed Island, I probably played with 5 or 6 different art concepts before I figured out the one that was really going to work, and hashed it all out. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I follow a lot of the people who are doing album artwork for a lot of the contemporary bands that we get to play with, and that we just that are in our genre. And so I see what they're doing, and I like a lot of that, and so some of what we'll do will kind of play off some of those styles and concepts, but I also try and do stuff that's our own as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like Rockety Jeans and Looking Staff.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I really like. I'm probably going to massacre his name, but Scott Seguchi, who does a lot of the stuff for the High Tide bands, and then I think he's got his own label as well. I'm bad with all this stuff, but I love his stuff. I was watching your interview that you did the other day with Frankie Ferentz, and he was talking about the artwork for his new album. And as soon as he mentioned who was doing it, I'm like, wait, I thought he wasn't doing artwork anymore. So that was a fun little thread for me to follow. But yeah,
Yeah, his that one record that they put out with the car and the beast driving the car. It was reminded me of my teenage years. So let me talk about the surf community. I always mention the surf community in my videos. How does the Orange County scene tie in with the other West Coast bands, specifically Los Angeles, San Diego, Portland, and Seattle? You guys want to talk about that?
Let's see.
Rob?
Come on.
I'll say something. We found really with like the SG 101 community, with we're really stoked to be friends with Jeff Hansen, and a lot of the guys for the SG 101 community with the surf guitar convention and stuff. And I think having that on the West Coast really helps connect a lot of people, especially from the Bay Area, San Diego, Portland, Seattle. And it gives COVID, but
Yeah.
Traditionally those bands kind of make those rounds in the summertime. And then there's also the winter fest that they do too, which is really cool. And they also bring in some international bands. So yeah, there's a scene. Orange County definitely has a little bit of a scene. It seems to be a little bit more connected to the Tiki community, a lot with like the Tiki Oasis, and there's the stuff that happens out in Las Vegas. I think the Volcanics went out there a bunch. It's like the rockabilly stuff. Like it kind of just blends, but there's the tiki scene that's pretty cool with the San Diego, the Tiki Oasis, and the Arizona Tiki Oasis. But yeah, I mean, we've gotten our foot in the door, especially with the SG 101 community, and they're cool. I mean, a lot of those bands have like one of the original members of the OG, like the first wave bands that are still around, and that's kind of neat. Orange County kind of has that huge component of the roots there, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I've noticed, down here we do get, if we're inside kind of like a showcase kind of venue, then we do get mixed up with some rockabilly and other kind of sometimes some punk and a little bit of a very diverse music setup. But when we play like the Surf and Sundays at Huntington Beach, they have a really nice temporary stage they set up just on the beach, and there's always a solid turnout there, even if it's not the music community. It's just the surf community and just the people who just vibe with those kinds of styles, and they'll have a real good time with that. And just before COVID, we did kind of a California tour a little bit, just from here up to the Bay Area and back down.
Santa Barbara too.
And we got Santa Barbara.
Our homies Kelp.
Yeah. So
they're our homies.
So we had really warm reception the whole way up. I think whenever we played, the crowds were even if they weren't there specifically, for the genre, the type of music just really gets people, having smiles on their faces and a fun time. So it's great. And we played a couple of street fairs randomly, and there's always people who just walk by and just stop and just kind of vibe with us for a while before continuing their day. So it's a good genre just to like pull people in, and they're always pretty excited by it.
Yeah, I find that very interesting. It's very very welcoming scene, especially for somebody who, like me, grew up listening to older surf bands, and then when the scene kind of exploded in the 90s, I incorporated that in my band, which was punk rock. But I can see how the scene is very welcoming, and it's very easy to get caught up in playing it, because it's so, the community is so great, and the style of music is obviously wonderful. But you guys want to talk about how you got into surf music?
So for me, like I say, I didn't play surf when I was in France. I didn't know much about it. You know, like for typical random people, I thought surf music was a Beach Boys and Jack Johnson. and I, and I saw that band called the Taikonauts, a great surf band. I don't know if you know them. So they don't play anymore, but they had 2 albums in the early 2010s. And I shared the stage with my rock band at the time. That was 1 year before I moved in the US, and they blew me away. Really, I was, wow, what's that? So cool, and the sound and the attitude on stage, it was really amazing. Yeah, I got interested in surf thanks to them. You know, seeing them on stage, and then when for my job I had to move in California, then I thought, yeah, that's the right timing to really dive into that style. But that band is really the one that started the interest.
Yeah.
And they don't play anymore, but the members, they have other bands. Like the drummer, he plays in that band. It's a surf punk band called Arnaud de Sea and the Clockwork Wizard. I don't know if you know them too. A really amazing surf punk band from France. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. I got into I got into surf music in the 90s, and because you're absolutely right, like it exploded in the 90s. So and that was back when, you know, there were a lot more record stores, and when I was in college, I would go into a record store, and I would just, if I liked the album artwork, I would buy a 7-inch, you know, and check it out. And I got really into Man or Astro Man and the Huntington Cads and just that whole scene that was going on. And, you know, once you kind of, you know, discover a genre like that and you realize how deep it goes, you go back and start listening to the stuff that influenced them. But yeah, that 90s explosion was definitely what got me into it.
Cool.
I think for me, you know, I grew up in England in my childhood, you know, so there wasn't really much exposure beyond like soundtracks on TV shows and movies and things. So I think that was probably my main way into it at first. You know, if I had to be completely honest, probably like Saved by the Bell and things like that, where they had the background.
Oh no.
You know, quickly transitioning to like Pulp Fiction and soundtracks like that. So that was my first Dick Dale exposure for sure. Just, not so much record stores because I'm a little younger, but downloading a bunch of different things for sure. All these bands was great. And then yeah, just getting a love for it through that. Then also the Western side always excited me too, going back to like Ennio Morricone soundtracks and even some James Bond and things like that. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was also North Sea Surf Radio at the time. That was really cool. I really miss it because I discovered a lot of bands through that. You know, at work, just putting the radio and listening to music, and you have all those bands one after the other. So, yeah, that's too bad I had to stop because that was really awesome.
It's really interesting to me that people always mention Man or Astro Man, because the first time I heard them was on a Descendants tribute album that came out in 1995 called Homage. And they played, I can't remember the song they played on there, but it was obviously pretty good. And I could see the whole Descendants surf connection, obviously. But that was my first exposure to them. Like the second wave or modern surf. And I was all in right then. I don't know if you guys remember that.
not that release, but we saw them live a couple years ago, me and Yannick, and it was a pretty wild show. And I was like, oh yeah, these guys know what they're doing. It was fun.
I was there too, Richard. What the heck, man?
Oh, you were. I think you stood on the side as well.
Oh,
I think you stood separately, man. And I think
no, I was there.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Rob was there too.
I was there too.
But it was a good show.
It was a good show.
I remember, dude.
I remember it because I was
He
there.
had like a strap on his glasses to stop him falling down from rocking too hard.
Yeah.
So, what I love is I love the dancing at the rockabilly shows. How do those guys react to your music? Do you find people are engaging much in the same way that the rockabilly crowd would engage with their bands, with the dancing and things like that?
I think the last time we played with a rockabilly band was like at a street fest in like Long Beach or Wilmington, and we're like kind of kindred spirits with kind of the vintage, the retro vibe. But yeah, I mean, a lot of those bands, they can't help but kind of they can't help but kind of dance. They're kind of our people, I guess, if you will. So it's always been fun to play with those similar bands, and yeah, it's cool. They're all stylish and they're all looking good and they're all in a good mood, so they all tend to be having there to have a good time.
I think when we played original mics, there was rockabilly stuff, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, that's right.
They were cool. They were into it. I wouldn't say they moved as much, but there was a good support still. They weren't like snobby or anything.
True.
Very cool. Very cool. I know you guys are on iTunes. Who are you working right now with to put out your music, and where can we find it?
Yeah, so I mean, everything we've been putting out has been through Double Crown, except for our very first EP that we released. We just did it ourselves, but yeah, we're doing it through Sean at Double Crown, and very, very happy with that relationship.
Yeah, love Sean.
But then on Spotify, all the music is on Spotify, all the streaming websites and Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if we ever play shows again, you can get a physical from us.
Let's fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Are you
Otherwise,
guys,
how
are you guys doing?
how do people order stuff? Oh, CD or vinyl? We've been doing both for every release.
Oh, good.
And, yeah, this upcoming one we're putting around for vinyl right now. I don't know if we have any left, but we did some experimentations too with like clear vinyl and splatter colored vinyl and all kinds of stuff. So we got pretty excited about trying different things aesthetically with the vinyl, which is fun.
Yeah, we did a couple experimental runs of lathe cut vinyl, and the first one was just kind of okay, but it's a fun little item. It was a Halloween EP that we put out, and it was a picture disc kind of a thing that's square. And then the second one we did was a Christmas 45 that had 2 songs on it, and it came out really well. And I think we only pressed like 50 of those things. And are they all gone, Yannick?
We have a bunch left. Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
put them in a box. So yeah, it's marked sold out on Bandcamp. We still have like 6 or 7. I found them.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Just a few.
Yeah, and then our full length Lost Mission that we put out a couple of years. Actually, I think it's been 3 years ago. But we still have plenty of that on vinyl, and it's colored vinyl and it's pretty, and you can buy that through Bandcamp for sure.
Yeah, each one is unique too with how the colors meld together. So it's pretty sweet.
Oh, cool. I'm interested in lathe cutting. That was something that I was interested in putting out a short run. Clark, how did you get that, and where did you get that pressed? Or cut. Where did you get that, and how? What's the process of getting that done?
To be honest, I don't remember. I do remember that our first one, like the Halloween EP, we did not have a great experience with. Lathe cut vinyl is hard because it's you're never 100% sure how it's going to turn and how things are going to sound. And, as long as you're okay with, things being, things being pretty lo-fi, it's all good. But we were really surprised and happy with how our Christmas album came out. That guy does really good work. I can't remember who it was. Yannick, do you remember who we went through for that?
No, I don't remember.
I'd have to look back through our thread to figure it out.
I have it.
But yeah, I can get that to you.
I have my copy.
You do?
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it and see if we mention it. Hold on.
I
Be
don't
right back.
think we did.
We didn't give him
But
credit.
yeah, it was cool. I mean, I can grab it. I've got it here. So the Christmas one, we did there, and we had it all printed up, and the actual vinyl is clear, and it was only cut on one side. So on the back, we actually did like a die cut sticker and put it on there for a very Blackball Christmas. But yeah, it turned out really, really well. So this one, I should probably figure out who the company is and give them a shout out, because we were really happy with that.
I've got the album artwork there too.
Here's the album artwork. Clark designed it. Good job, Clarky.
Thanks.
Very good. Very
I love
nice. Yeah,
that.
we didn't mention where it was from,
That record looks,
but it looks pretty.
I love it. I love
I
it.
mean, we have some quotes in our emails of it. Goes back it.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
How did you get the die cut sticker on the back? Did you guys do that all yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clark did.
We're very
And-
DIY. We do a lot of this stuff ourselves for sure. I just found it. We did it through a company called Tangible Formats. So
Okay.
Tangible Formats does really good stuff.
We
Awesome.
had 50, I think. We pressed 50, so
Yeah,
then too
yeah, we
bad.
did 50. And I found somebody local to do the little sticker for us, and I put them all on by hand. So yeah.
Yeah. Back in the 90s when we were putting stuff out, I remember we had like maybe like a drinking party, smoke a little pot, and we would assemble all our records and cassettes. I'm sure you guys know what that's like.
Take the sleeve, put the paper in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we do all the shipping too. So Yannick had a little FedEx store in his garage for a while. Just packaging materials.
I have the boxes of the record album covers and stuff like that in my storage right here in my closet. So it's all a family affair. It's all DIY. I'll do it yourself.
Yeah,
That's
punk rock style.
That's right.
It's good to have double crown for the CDs, at
Oh
least
yeah.
Sean has a CD, then
yeah.
Absolutely.
So I loved that 7-inch. It's beautiful. Can I get that on your Bandcamp?
yeah.
The delayed cut?
Yeah, man.
Sorry, that's the best way to get it. Is it through the Bandcamp? I think so.
I love
Yeah.
it. And I'm gonna order
Thanks,
one
man.
to get off of here.
So yeah,
All right. Thank you.
I have to update because now it says sold out, but yeah, I'll update.
We'll get one for you. We'll get one. I know
You
a
don't
guy.
have
We know a guy.
This, you should definitely pick this up, because this is our full length. We're still really proud of this. And Rob mentioned that it's on colored vinyl. It's got a nice little purple going on there. But yeah, this is definitely good.
I'll show you some other variants of it too. I got others.
I love variants.
We're talking about doing the same thing. Sorry for our new release too, coming out
Yep.
pretty soon. We just finished the artwork, so it's coming. I don't know, man. Maybe a matter of weeks. Depends how long it takes to get
Wow.
it pressed.
Release in June, I hope. Would be nice.
You
It was
guys,
really
when you
really
get-
awesome to play some shows with it.
Yeah, I know. Would you guys do a lot of different variants, like 100 of each? Is that how you work it when you decide you're gonna press vinyl?
Yeah, that's a hard one, because I mean, so as I'm sure you know, vinyl is really expensive, and that end of things we're definitely doing ourselves. So the last album, when we did Lost Mission, we did 200 of them. So, and we went with there was an option to let them do like random stuff with the colors, and it all came out really well. So I think this album that we're going to put out, I don't think there's going to be variants. I think it's just going to be one thing, but we are looking into you know, doing the whole splatter thing and all that stuff that the hipsters like. So
It's all about the cool kids, what the cool kids want.
Three for us. We are the hipsters.
I love those variants, Rob.
Yeah, there was some that were more purple, some that were more red. It's kind of neat. But we got a special thing just for us. The guy that did the record covers, the album covers for us. We got this through Staunton Printing. I have a buddy of mine that works there, and he made these foil covers for us. He only made like 4 or 5 of them. So this is like super limited edition. So my buddy that works there, his name's Rob Machon. He did this for us. He's like, he brought me over. He's like, here, I made these just for you guys. I was like, yeah. So that's the band versions.
Oh, that's awesome. So is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we sign off? I know we talked about a lot of vinyl and your influences. Is there anything else coming up that you maybe worked on that you might want to kind of announce or tell people about that they weren't expecting?
I mean,
the album that's coming, I think.
Yeah, we have our new album coming out.
Yeah,
this year.
Big deal for us. We've been working on it for more than a year, and
yeah,
I think it's great. Yeah, so we're really excited about it.
It was pretty nice. We were able to work through, you know, pandemic and quarantine and things, and just kind of still get a recording together was pretty great. So, and I think we're pretty proud of it. Got a lot of variety again, so it's a fun one.
And also,
and another thing that we got to do during the whole COVID thing as well is we got to be involved in that festival in Brazil. What was the name of that?
Wow. Primera Campeano, it's in Portuguese.
Yeah, it was Portuguese.
The Rock Fest. So
they did their whole festival online, and so we got to be involved in that as well. So there's definitely, we've not been playing as much as we usually do, which is, I know, the story for all bands right now, but it's been good to be able to work out, you know, recording a record and doing like recording a live performance for that festival. That was fun.
That's called Primero Campeonato Mineiro de Surf.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
Sorry
that.
for the
Is
So they have this festival in Brazil, and this year it was online. Really nice.
Is it up as like streaming, or was it only live?
No, it's on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, you can still find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they put out a compilation,
Yeah.
and we submitted one of our songs from the new album off that one. Was that which one was that?
It was Bull Shark.
Oh yeah, Bull Shark.
Yeah.
And then we also were on the most recent Double Crown Records, the Continental Magazine.
Yep.
And they always put out their sampler CD. There you go.
Yeah.
We're on that one with a song called Power Line. And that's going to be off our new album as well.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah, man.
I love what Sean is doing. He's doing so much work. I don't know how he gets it all done.
I know. It's good stuff.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed talking with you, and
Loved it.
I hope on the other end of this COVID, there's a huge explosion and everybody comes out, sees you guys, and just gets to chill with you and talk with you about music. I know that's the best part, is just getting together and talking about the stuff you love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yourself.
We miss seeing our buddies at shows and seeing everybody. So can't wait.
We were
Looking forward.
to play the Surf Guitar Convention last year, you know, so we were on
Yeah.
That was a big
Yep.
achievement for us, and got cancelled. So maybe it will happen this year, but I don't think international bands will be able to make it. So maybe
We'll see.
local bands will see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Well, I thank you so much. Have a great day, and thanks for getting up early and doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm at work right now anyway, so it's fine. Virtual.
Working hard.
Yeah.
Hardly work.
Hey,
All right, guys. Have a great day.
All right.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.